discuss errors. So the concept of errors are very most important in examination point of view. Now let us start error. So what is meant by error? Already we know error means it is a uncertainty in experiment. It is an uncertainty in measurement. It is an uncertainty in any measurement. Is nothing but simply error. So moreover, error is a difference between actual value and measured value. Is called error. Error is the simply difference between actual value and measured value. Is called error. So for example, so let us consider a rod of length. So rod of length is equal to 2 centimeter. So let us consider rod of length 2 centimeter. This is the actual value already given. So by using meter scale to measure the given length of the rod, so by using meter scale to find out the length of the rod, so measure value is, that is measure value, length of the rod AB, measure value is suppose 2.2 centimeter by using meter scale. In this case, some difference is there. This is the actual value, this is the measure value. In this case, error is nothing but, so delta x is equal to L minus L1. Delta x is equal to L minus L1. This is the actual value is 2, measure value is what? 2.2. Then error is 0.2. Of course, minus 0.2. The magnitude of error always positive. Then, so in this case, error is nothing but 0.2 centimeter. 0.2 centimeter. That is the error. Simply error means the difference between actual value and measured value. Actual value and measured value. That is nothing but error. Okay. So classification of errors. Errors are classified into 3 categories. Systematic errors, so random errors, so gross errors. So what are systematic errors? The errors that is always unidirectional is called systematic errors. Always unidirectional. The errors which are the errors that is always unidirectional called systematic errors. So these errors are maybe in positive or negative. Suppose let us consider a small wire. This is the wire. AB is the length of the wire. So the actual value of the wire is the actual length of the wire is given by suppose 5 centimeter. I will take 5 centimeter. That is the actual value of the given wire. That is the given value. So by using any instrument like vernier calipers or scale, so for first trial, the measure value of given scale is L1 is equal to using suppose I will take one meter scale. So that is 5.1 centimeter. 5.1 centimeter. So in this case, this is the first trial. In this case, what is the error? In first trial, delta x is equal to L minus L1, that is equal to 5 minus 5.1, that is equal to minus 0.1 centimeter. That is the error in first trial. So next second trial. For second trial, the length of the given wire by using meter scale, of course, L2 is equal to 4.9 centimeter. 4.9 centimeter. Then in this case, what is the error? Delta x2 is equal to what? That is true value 5 minus measure value 4.9. This is plus 0.1 centimeter. So the error may be in a positive or a negative. So but magnitude of error always positive. Magnitude of error always positive. Okay. So these are the systematic errors. These are different types like this. instrumental errors, constant errors, personal errors, environmental errors, imperfection in experimental techniques are a procedure. See, so let us discuss one by one. So instrumental errors. సో కామన్గా ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంటల్లో ఏదైనా ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏదైనా డిఫెక్ట్ ఉంటే కనుక మనకి ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంటల్ ఎర్రర్ అనేది అరైజ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఆ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్లో ఏదైనా డిఫెక్ట్ ఉంటే మనకి ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంటల్ ఎర్రర్ అనేది కామన్గా అరైజ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. సో బెటర్ క్వాలిటీ ఉన్నటువంటి ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్ కనుక తీసుకుంటే మనం ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంటల్ ఎర్రర్స్ మనం మినిమైజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. కాన్స్టెంట్ ఎర్రర్స్, సపోజ్ మనం ఏదైనా ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఈచ్ ట్రైల్లో కూడాను సేమ్ ఎర్రర్ కనుక రిపీట్ అవుతూ ఉంటే దాన్ని మనం కాన్స్టెంట్ ఎర్రర్స్ అంటాం, సేమ్ ఎర్రర్. సో వాటిని మనం మినిమైజ్ చేసుకోవాలంటే టోటల్ యావరేజ్ తీసుకునేసేసి మనం కొంతవరకు మినిమైజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ఎర్రర్స్. సో సేమ్ ఎర్రర్, ఫస్ట్ ట్రైల్లో ఎర్రర్ 0.1, సెకండ్ ట్రైల్లో ఎర్రర్ 0.2, 0.1, థర్డ్ ట్రైల్ ఆల్సో 0.1. సో ఎర్రర్ అనేది కామన్గా అరైజ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. కాన్స్టెంట్ వాల్యూ, రిపీట్ అండ్ రిపీట్. సో దర్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ కాన్స్టెంట్ ఎర్రర్స్. Next, personal errors. Personal errors due to observer carelessness. Observer carelessness. That is our bias. సో అంటే ఇది ప్రాక్టికల్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ మనం చేసేటప్పుడు మనం పర్ఫెక్ట్గా మెజర్ చేయకపోతే కనుక కామన్గా ఎర్రర్ అనేది అరైజ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. దట్ ఈజ్ అవర్ బయాస్. దట్ ఈజ్ అబ్జర్వర్ కేర్లెస్నెస్. సో దట్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ పర్సనల్ ఎర్రర్స్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ ఎర్రర్స్. మనం ఏదైనా ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేసేటప్పుడు సమ్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఫిజికల్ కండిషన్స్ అనేవి ఇక్కడ ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. దట్ ఈజ్ వేరియేషన్ ఆఫ్ టెంపరేచర్ అండ్ ఆల్సో వేరియేషన్ ఆఫ్ హ్యూమిడిటీ అండ్ విండ్ వెలాసిటీ అండ్ వేరియేషన్ ఆఫ్ ప్రెషర్. ఈ వేరియేషన్ వల్ల ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీస్ మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసినట్టు ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీస్ లైక్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ కరెంట్ ఆర్ పొటెన్షియల్ అనేది వేరీ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఆటోమేటిక్గా బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ physical conditions, some errors are generally takes place in any measurements, every measurements. That is nothing but environmental errors. And for example, Ohm's law, at a constant temperature, potential difference is directly proportional to electric current in the conductor, V proportional to I. At constant temperature, other physical conditions are remains constant. సో మనం ఏదైనా ల్యాబ్లో ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేసేటప్పుడు టెంపరేచర్ మనం కాన్స్టెంట్గా మెయింటైన్ చేయడం, ఆటోమేటిక్గా వేరియేషన్ వస్తూ ఉంటుంది. సో కరెంట్ ఫ్లో అయ్యేటప్పుడు సరే ఆ సరౌండింగ్ టెంపరేచర్ అవ్వచ్చు, లేదంటే ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంటల్ టెంపరేచర్ అవ్వచ్చు, అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ఐ వాల్యూస్ వి వాల్యూస్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ ఎర్రర్స్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్స్ ఇన్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంటల్ టెక్నిక్స్ ఆర్ ప్రొసీజర్. సో మనం తీసుకున్నటువంటి ప్రొసీజర్ కానీ ఫాలో అయ్యేటువంటి టెక్నిక్స్ కానీ మనం యాక్యురేట్గా కనుక ఫాలో కాకపోతే ఇట్లాంటి ఎర్రర్స్ అనేవి కామన్గా అరైజ్ అవుతాం. సో దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ imperfections in experimental techniques or procedure. So these are all different types of systematic errors. So next one is random errors. Random errors, the errors which are irregular, whose cause is not known. Whose cause is not known. That means ఈ ఎర్రర్స్ వేటి వల్ల క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది అనేది మనం యాక్యురేట్గా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి. So that is nothing but random errors. The errors which are irregular, whose cause is not known. Whose cause is not known. So for example, to measure the diameter of the given wire by using screw gauge, మనం the given wire యొక్క that is diameter మనం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు 3 ట్రైల్స్ ఆర్ 4-5 ట్రైల్స్ మనం జనరల్గా తీసుకుంటాం. ఈచ్ ట్రైల్లో కూడా వేరియేషన్ వస్తూ ఉంటుంది. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, దిస్ ఈస్ ద వైర్. ఫస్ట్ ట్రైల్ ద వాల్యూ 1.02 centimeter diameter, and the second one is 1.03, and third one is 1.04. So different tiles along the length of the given wire, different tiles will be obtained. So ఈ డిఫరెంట్ సెల్స్ ఎందుకు వస్తాయని మనం యాక్యురేట్గా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడం. సో డిఫరెంట్ రీడింగ్స్ ఆర్ అపియర్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద ర్యాండమ్. దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఎర్రర్స్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ర్యాండమ్ ఎర్రర్స్. మనం వైర్ని డిఫరెంట్ పొజిషన్స్లో మనం పెట్టి రీడింగ్ తీసుకుంటాం, డయామీటర్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం. అఫ్ కోర్స్ లీస్ట్ కౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ద స్క్రూ గేజ్ is 0.01 millimeter. That is more precise, more precision value compared to the vernier calipers or the meter scale. Okay. Next one, gross errors. Gross errors only due to the carelessness of the observer. Only due to carelessness of the observer. Suppose to find out the length of the simple pendulum, to find out the resistance of the given wire by using meter bits. Itlanti experiments common ga laboratory chesinapudu, suppose మన length of the wire మనం measure చేసిన value 52.6 centimeters వచ్చింది. బట్ మనం రికార్డ్ లో రాసేటప్పుడు దాన్ని బై మిస్టేక్ 2 ఈ సైడ్ 5 ఆ సైడ్ రాసేస్తాం. దట్ ఈస్ 25.6 centimeters. This is only carelessness of the observer. That is nothing but gross errors. That is nothing but gross errors. So what is meant by error? The difference between true value or actual value to measured value, measuring values. That is nothing but error. Okay. So next one is, see, so accuracy. So what is meant by accuracy? The closeness of the measured value to the actual value is called accuracy. The closeness of the measured value to the actual value is called accuracy. That means it is the closeness of the measured value to the true value or actual value is called accuracy. Next one, precision. So what is meant by precision? Precision tells that what resolution the quantity is measured. What resolution the quantity is measured. So that is nothing but precision. So for example, meter scale, the resolution is 0.1 centimeter. This is the meter scale. And vernier calipers, 0.01 centimeter. That is the resolution of vernier calipers. This is meter scale. This is vernier calipers resolution. And screw gauge resolution 0.01 millimeter. This is more precision value, more precise value compared to the meter scale and the vernier calipers. So it is more accurate. Screw gauge is the more accurate. For example, 0 point is nothing but 1/10. So మీకు ఏదైనా ఒక ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ కనుక ఇస్తే దీంట్లో 1/10th పార్ట్ వరకు మీరు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు మీటర్ స్కేల్ యూజ్ చేసి. అదే వెర్నియర్ క్యాలిపర్స్ యూజ్ చేసి 1/100th పార్ట్ వరకు కూడా 1/100th పార్ట్ అంటే దీని కనుక మనం 100 పీసెస్ చేస్తే ఈచ్ పార్ట్ యొక్క డయామీటర్ కావచ్చు, దాని లెంత్ కావచ్చు మనం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయొచ్చు. సో దేని వెర్నియర్ క్యాలిపర్స్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ మోర్ ప్రిసైజ్ కంపేర్డ్ టు ద meter scale. Screw gauge 0.01 millimeter. That means it is very more precise value compared to the vernier calipers and the meter scale. అంటే మీరు దీన్ని మనం 1000 పీసెస్ చేసి ఈచ్ పీస్ యొక్క మెజర్మెంట్, దట్ ఈస్ లెంత్ కానీ డయామీటర్ కానీ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయొచ్చు. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద మోర్ ప్రిసైజ్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రిసిషన్. సో ప్రిసిషన్ మీన్స్, what is meant by precision? Precision tells that what resolution the quantity is measured. The quantity is measured. Okay, this is the precision. So for example, I will take one example. See, suppose, so in any experiment, the length of the rod is given by, see, so the length of the rod is given by, suppose 5.687 centimeter. 5.687 centimeter. So by using first case, by using meter scale, by using scale to measure the given wire, that is nothing but 5.5 centimeter. So resolution is what? 0.1 centimeter. In this case, resolution is 0. Next one, resolution is 0.1 centimeter. Next one, by using vernier calipers to measure the given length of the wire, that is 5.32, of course 5.328 centimeter. Resolution is 0.01 centimeter. 0.01 centimeter. So in this case, by using scale, measure value is 5.5 centimeter. It is more accurate because the value of 5.1 is very closer to the 5.687. So it is more accurate but less precision. Lesser precision. And by using vernier calipers, measure value is 5.328 centimeter. So it is less accurate but more precise value. See, because of, so the resolution is 0.01 centimeter. So more precise value. So by using a vernier calipers. So I will explain one more example. See, dear students. Suppose in an experiment, the length of the given rod is like this. Actual value 5.782 centimeter plus or minus 0.01 centimeter, and 5.792 centimeter plus or minus 0.01 centimeter, and so another trial 5.799 centimeter, 0.01 centimeter is the small error. These are the small errors in this case. This is the true values. These are the true values. Or simply I will take only one true value. See. So please remember it. 5.782 centimeter plus or minus 0.01 centimeter. This is the true value. So this is the error. So this is the true value of the given wire. So for first observer, by measuring the given wire, so the values are like this. Observer 1, the values are 5.7, 5.6, 5.5, sorry, only 5.5, 5.7, 5.6, 5.5 and 5.3 centimeters, all in centimeters. And second observer measure by using second observer, given the length of the wire measured by like this 3.482, 3.484, 3.482, 3.484. Suppose third observer, ఇంకొక థర్డ్ పర్సన్ కూడా దీన్ని మేనేజ్ చేశాడు అనుకున్నాం. సో అప్పుడు వచ్చినటువంటి వాల్యూస్ 4.684, 4.787 and 4.342 and 4.287 సెంటీమీటర్స్ వచ్చింది థర్డ్ వన్. ఫోర్త్ వన్ ఇంకొక అబ్జర్వర్ ఈ లెంత్ మేనేజ్ చేస్తే అతనికి వచ్చినటువంటి వాల్యూస్ 5.782, 5.783, 5.782, 5.783 centimeters వచ్చింది. All in centimeters. Please remember it, these are all in centimeters. Okay, so AB is the length of the wire. The true value of the wire is like this, 5.782 centimeter. That is the true value. Observer 1 measure చేసినప్పుడు వాటి యొక్క వాల్యూస్ తీసుకుంటే 5.7, 5.6, 5.5. So these are all in centimeters. 5.7, 5.6, 5.5, 5.3 వచ్చింది. So first observer ki it is of course accuracy is more because of these are all nearer to 5.7 but less precision, lesser precision. And second observer తీసుకుంటే accuracy is very less but the values are more precise because of the values are repeated. See, please remember it. 3.482 again 3.482 3.484 3.484. So less accuracy but more precise values. Why? Because of the values are reproducible. The values are reproducible. Okay, next one. Third observer. Third observer వచ్చినటువంటి values తీసుకుంటే ఒకసారి 4.684 4.787 4.342 4.287 not repeated and also the difference is very high. Difference is high. So these are all less accuracy and less precise values. First one is more accurate and less precise, less precision. Second one is less accurate, more precision because the values are repeated. Next, less accurate, less precision. Next, fourth observer is 5.782 like this 5.782 5.783 5.782 5.783 more precise and more accurate as well as more accurate. So that is the nothing but simply so difference between accuracy and precision. Okay. So next one least count errors. So simply error means simply, dear students, the difference between true value and the measured value is nothing but error. Least count error. The error associated with the resolution of the measuring instrument is called least count error. Actually, by using what is meant by least count? So the minimum values, the minimum or the minute values are measured by the instruments is nothing but least count. So least count error means the error associated with the resolution of measuring instruments. Resolution of measuring instruments is nothing but least count error. Least count error. So in any measuring instruments, some errors are occurs in measurements. In every measurements. So that is least count error. Okay. Next one, true value. True value or absolute value. True value or absolute value or actual value, whatever it, both are same. True value or absolute value. So the arithmetic mean of all measurement values. So the arithmetic mean of all measured values in any experiment is nothing but true value or absolute value. So what is meant by true value? The arithmetic mean of all measured values. All the measured values is nothing but true value or absolute value. So x mean is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus and so on plus xn by n. Suppose మనం ఒక ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేసేటప్పుడు మనం డిఫరెంట్ ట్రయల్స్ తీసుకుంటాం. సో ఫస్ట్ ట్రయల్ ఈజ్ x1, సెకండ్ ట్రయల్ x2, థర్డ్ ట్రయల్ x3 అండ్ సో ఆన్ లాస్ట్ ట్రయల్ xn. సో దాని యావరేజ్ డివైడెడ్ బై n. సపోజ్ 3 ట్రయల్ తీసుకుంటే x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3. ఓన్లీ 2 ట్రయల్స్ తీసుకుంటే x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So this is the average. X mean, that is nothing but true value or absolute value. So true value means the arithmetic mean of all measured values in any experiment is nothing but x mean, that is true value or absolute value. So these are the x1, x2, x3 and so on are the different trials in an experiment. Next one. Next one, absolute error. Absolute error. Absolute error, that is modulus of delta x. Modulus of delta x. Absolute error. So this modulus of delta x means the absolute error always positive. Please remember it. So absolute error. Simply the difference between true value and measured value is nothing but absolute error. So simply the difference between true value and delta x means the difference between measured value and true value x mean. This is nothing but absolute error. This is the first trial, that is delta x is equal to x1 minus x mean. So I will take second trial, that is delta, this is x1, this is x2 is equal to x2 minus x mean. So that is absolute error means simply the error in which the difference between true value and the measured value is nothing but absolute error. So delta x is equal to x1 minus x mean, or x second trial x2 minus x mean and so on like that. So that is absolute error. Absolute error. So next one is mean absolute error. Mean absolute error. Mean absolute error. Mean absolute error. That is delta x mean. Mean absolute error. So simply the average of all absolute errors in an experiment is nothing but mean absolute error. The average of all absolute errors in any experiment is nothing but mean absolute error. So delta x mean is equal to C delta x1 plus delta x2 plus and so on plus delta xn by n. Delta xn by n. This is mean absolute error. Mean absolute error means the average delta x3, delta x4 and so on, delta xn. The average of all absolute errors in any experiment is nothing but mean absolute error. Delta x mean is equal to what? Delta x1 plus delta x2 plus and so on plus delta xn by n. Next, relative error. So next one is relative error. So relative error. What is meant by relative error? Simply the ratio of mean absolute error to true value is nothing but relative error. Relative error means what? So the ratio of mean absolute error to that true value, that is nothing but x mean. This is the relative error. The ratio of mean absolute error to that true value or absolute value is nothing but relative error. And the last one is percentage error. Percentage error. So what is meant by percentage error? Relative error into 100. Simply relative error into 100 is nothing but percentage error. X mean by delta x mean by x mean into 100. Into 100. This is nothing but percentage error. Simply relative error into 100. This is nothing but percentage error. Okay. So these are the types of errors. So once again I will repeat. True value or absolute value. What is meant by true value or absolute value? The arithmetic mean of all measure values in any experiment is nothing but true value or absolute value. Absolute error means Simply the difference between measured value and the true value or actual value is nothing but absolute error. Mean absolute error means the arithmetic mean of all absolute errors in any experiment is nothing but mean absolute error. So like this. And relative error, simply the ratio of mean absolute error to that actual value or absolute value is nothing but absolute error. And the last one is percentage error. Simply the relative error into 100 is nothing but percentage error. Okay. Just a small problem. వీటి మీద మనం ఒక ప్రాబ్లం చేద్దాం. ఎర్రర్స్. Suppose, so let us consider in an experiment the refractive index of a convex lens is found to be 1.54, in different times, 1.54, 1.52, 1.44 in successive measurements. Then we calculate the first one is true value and second one is absolute error in each measurement. Absolute error in each measurement. And third one mean absolute error and fourth one relative error and last one is percentage error. Okay, percentage error. Okay. So in your next, this is one problem. So problem number 1, by using errors. So in an experiment, the refractive index of a given convex lens is found to be 1.54, 1.52, 1.44 in successive measurements. Then to find out the true value, absolute error in each measurement, and next third one is mean absolute error, and fourth one is relative error, and last one is percentage error. How to calculate? See dear students, first one is true value or actual value. True value. So true value, what is meant by true value? The average of all measured values is nothing but true value. That is x mean is equal to what? x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3. Then x mean x1 1.54 plus 1.52 plus 1.44 whole divided by 3. Okay, next whole divided by 3. Okay, whole divided by 3. See 1.54, 1.52, 1.44. So this is 10 and 15, 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 3. That is x mean what? 1 point, that is 4.50 divided by 3, that is 1.5. This is the x mean value 1.5. So next one, absolute error, B. Absolute error. So we calculate next one, absolute error. This is the mean value. Absolute error in each measurement. Absolute error in a, what is meant by absolute error? Simply the difference between true value and the measured value. So this is the true value, and of course these are all measured values. Then so in each measurements, that is delta x1 is equal to what? X mean minus x1. X mean minus x1. X mean 1.5 minus 1.5. So dear students, please remember it. Absolute error always positive. So in this case, the error is 0.04. And delta x2 what? X mean minus x2. 1.5 minus 1.52. 0.02. And delta x3 what? X mean minus x3. 1.5 minus 1.44. In this case, error is what? 0.06. 0.06. So these are the absolute errors in each measurement. Then mean absolute error. See, mean absolute error. Mean absolute error. Mean absolute error. Okay. So mean absolute error means delta x mean is equal to delta x mean. The arithmetic mean of all absolute errors is nothing but mean absolute error. So that is 0.04 plus 0.02 plus 0.06 divided by 3. So delta x mean is equal to what? 0.12 I think. See, 0.04, 0.02, this is 0.06. So 0.12 divided by 3, that is 12 into 10 power minus 2 by 3. 3 fours are is nothing but 0.04. This is x mean, delta x mean. So mean absolute error, this is the mean absolute error. Delta x mean is equal to what? 0.04. That is the mean absolute error. Okay, next one, relative error. So simply relative error means the ratio of mean absolute error by true value x mean, that is equal to delta x mean 0.04 divided by x mean what? That is 1.5. 1.5, that is 4 into 10 power minus 2 divided by is nothing but 3 by 2. 3 by 2. 4 by 3 is nothing but 1.33 into 2 into 10 power minus 2. See, 2 point into 10 power minus 2, that is equal to 0.00. So 0.0266. This is nothing but relative error. I will take rounding off approximately 0.03. So 0.03 is the relative error in this case. Then finally percentage error. Percentage error is nothing but percentage error. Percentage error is nothing but relative error into 100. Relative error what? 0.03 into 100 percentage. That is 3%. So percentage error is 3%. So this is the one numerical problem. How to calculate true value, absolute error in each measurement, mean absolute error, relative error, and percentage error. Okay. So this is one way. to find out the errors. So next one, propagation of errors. Propagation of errors. So this is the very most important. Another one also, propagation of errors or combination of errors. Combination of errors or propagation of errors. So combination of errors are propagation of errors. So for example, to find out the acceleration due to gravity, g is equal to 4 pi square L by t square. By using this formula, first of all, to calculate the error in length, then after calculate the error in time period. Then the combination of error in length and time period, then we will get error in acceleration due to gravity. So how to combine errors in addition, subtraction, multiplication and division? So let us start one by one. So for example, that is propagation of errors or combination of errors in case of addition. First one is combination of errors in case of addition. In case of addition, suppose, so Z is the physical quantity, it is the sum of x and y. Sum of x and so Z is the physical quantity of combination of x and y. So that is Z is equal to x plus y. X and y are the two physical quantities. Suppose these two physical quantities are added, then we will get a Z value. So Z is the one of the physical quantity. It is the sum of two individual physical quantities. Then Z is equal to x plus y. And delta x comma delta y are the individual errors in x and y. Then the value of x is x is equal to what? The value of x is x plus or minus delta x, and similarly the value of y is y plus or minus delta y. This is the error in x. This is also error in y. So the total true value or actual value is x plus or minus delta x, y plus or minus delta y. So similarly, this combination delta x and delta y gives the error in z. Error in z. Simply the value of z is nothing but z plus or minus delta z. Okay, then so z is equal to, these are the actual values, z is equal to x plus y. Then z plus or minus delta z is equal to, instead of x plus or minus delta x plus y plus or minus delta y. And then మనం వాటి వాల్యూస్ కి దాని యొక్క ఎర్రర్స్ కూడా యాడ్ చేసి ఫైనల్ వాల్యూ రాసాం. దెన్ z plus or minus delta z is equal to x plus y plus or minus delta x plus or minus delta y. This is the total error in z. Therefore, delta z is equal to delta x plus or minus delta y. This is the error in z. Delta z is equal to delta x plus or minus delta y. Okay, this is the combination of errors. That is addition of combination of errors in case of addition. By using this method, to add any two errors or three errors, whatever it. Okay. So next one, combination of errors in case of subtraction. Combination of errors in case of subtraction. Combination of errors in case of subtraction. Subtraction. So, how to subtract? Suppose Z is the one physical quantity is the subtraction of any two physical quantities x and y. Then Z is equal to x minus 1. Z is equal to, so that means the difference of x and y is nothing but Z. So in this case, same delta x is the error in x, similarly delta y is the error in y. The combination of these two errors is nothing but error in Z. So then see Z plus or minus delta Z. Delta Z is the error in Z is equal to x plus or minus delta x minus y plus or minus delta y plus or minus delta y. So Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to what? X plus y, x plus y. So minus delta x plus or minus delta y. See, dear students, please remember it. So in this case, total error, absolute error is always positive. Always positive, not negative sign. Always positive. Then error in Z, delta Z is equal to delta x plus or minus delta y. So in addition or subtraction, error always positive. Then total error is the sum of the individual of those physical quantity of errors. So individual error. So error is the sum of the individual errors in x and y. Okay. This is the combination of errors in case of subtraction. Okay. Just to solve the one numerical problem. Suppose by using subtraction and addition. Suppose in any experiment, example 1, L is the length of the rod, that is 3.51 centimeter. So in error in this experiment, there is 0.01 centimeter. Similarly, so breadth of the rod is 1.11 centimeter. In this case, error in breadth is nothing but 0.02 centimeters. So what are L plus B and L minus B? How to calculate L plus B and L minus B? See, dear students, error always adds up. See, L plus B is equal to, so this is 4.62 total addition, 4.62 plus or minus total error what? 0.03. This is the L plus B. Similarly, L minus B, to subtract these two, that is 2.40 plus or minus 0.03. So error, whether it is addition or subtraction, always adding. So like this. This is the simple method to solve the addition of errors or the subtraction of errors. Okay, students. So another example, in any experiment, length of the rod is found to be, suppose, 1.5 centimeter. 1.5 centimeter. Then error in this case found to be 0.1 centimeter. 0.1 centimeter. So what is the value of? What is the value of 3L? What is the value of 3L? See, 3L is nothing but L plus L plus L. And also in each measurement, of course, L, error also, delta L plus delta L plus delta L. Okay, that means 3L is nothing but L plus delta L and plus L plus delta L and also L plus delta L. See, 3L is equal to what? What is the value of L? 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 1.5. This is the total value. That is 3L. And total error in this case, 3 into delta L. 3 into delta L. So 3L is equal to, that is total length, that is total measure value and error. So 3L value is, that is 1.5, 4.5 plus 3, 0. Delta L what? 0.1. 0.1 into 3, 0.3. 0.3. Plus or minus. Plus or minus. 4.5 plus or minus 0.3. This is the value of 3L. Similarly, we calculate 2L, 4L, 7L, whatever. Okay? This is the simplest way. Okay. Next one. Propagation of errors in case of, third one, propagation of errors in case of propagation or combination of errors in case of product. In case of product. Suppose Z is the physical quantity, it is obtained by the product of any two physical quantities, that is X and Y. Then X is equal to what? X into Y. And also delta X and delta Y be the errors in X and Y physical quantities, then the combination is nothing but error in Z. Error in Z. Okay. So then delta Z is the error in physical quantity Z. So then Z is equal to X into Y. So taking logarithm on both sides, that is log Z is equal to log X plus log Y. Log X plus log Y. So differentiating on both sides, that is dz by z is equal to dx by x plus dy by y. Dy by y. That means, so relative error in this case, therefore relative error in this case, so delta z by z is equal to delta x by x plus delta y by y. This is the relative error in this case. So that means relative error means what? So relative error means simply the ratio of mean value of absolute error to that actual value. Actual value. Okay. Next one. Next one is combination of errors in case of division. Combination of errors in case of divisions. Same x, y, z are three physical quantities. Then the value of z is nothing but the ratio of x by y. The ratio of x by y. And also delta x and delta y are the errors in x and y. And also delta z be the error in z. Then z is equal to x by y, taking log them on both sides. Log z is equal to what? Log x minus log y. Log x minus log y. See, differentiating on both sides, dz by z is equal to dx by x minus dy by y. So relative error in this case, same. Relative error in this case, delta z by z is equal to delta x by x minus plus delta y by y. So that means relative error is nothing but error is always positive. So I will take a positive value only. So delta x by x plus delta y by y. This is the relative error in this case. Okay. So combination of errors in case of product and combination of errors in case of divisions. Okay. This is the formula to calculate the relative error in case of products and also relative error in case of divisions. Same formulas. Okay. Errors. Addition. In case of addition, maximum possible error delta z is equal to delta x plus delta y. Maximum relative error what? Delta z is equal to delta x plus delta y by x plus y. This is the maximum relative error in case of combination of addition. So another one, maximum percentage error, that is nothing but relative error into 100. That is the maximum percentage error. So combination of errors are very most important, students. So first one is addition and second one is subtraction. So subtraction, maximum possible error is same delta z is equal to delta x plus delta y, and maximum relative error means simply the ratio of mean absolute error to true value. See, maximum relative error delta z is equal to delta x plus delta y by x minus y is the maximum relative error in delta z, and percentage error will be same. That means delta x plus delta y by, this is subtraction, so x minus y into 100. So dear students, in case of addition and subtraction, maximum possible error is same. Addition only. So there is delta z equal to delta x plus delta y, maximum possible error delta z is equal to delta x plus delta y. So percentage error is nothing but relative error into 100. This is the relative error in case of subtraction. Okay. Next, in case of multiplication and also divisions, maximum possible error is same, that is delta z by z is equal to delta x by x plus delta y by y. This is the maximum possible relative error. So we calculate the percentage error, that means relative error into 100, then we will get percentage error in case of multiplication and divisions. Okay students, so by using the combination of errors, some problems or some numericals are there. So by using these formulas to solve these problems. So first one is problem number 1. The length and breadth of a rectangular objects are, length will be given 25 centimeter and breadth also given, that is 5 centimeter respectively. The length and breadth are the length in an experiment, dear students, the length and breadth of rectangular objects are 25 centimeter and 5 centimeter respectively. Its accuracy is 0.1. Its accuracy is 0.1 centimeter. Find the relative error and percentage error in area of the object. See, once again I will repeat. So, in an experiment, the length and breadth of rectangular objects are 25 centimeter. Rectangular object are 25 centimeter and 5 centimeter respectively. Its accuracy is 0.1 centimeter. Find the relative error and percentage error in area of the object. Area of the object. See, this is the length, this is the breadth of the object. This is accuracy. Accuracy involved some error. So in this case, this is the accuracy is nothing but error. That means accuracy means the closeness of the measured value to the true value. So some difference is there. So that is nothing but error. That is nothing but error. Okay. So accuracy what? 0.1 centimeter. This is nothing but error. So find the relative error and the percentage error in area of the object. So first of all, we calculate the relative error. So dear students, in this case, L is equal to 25 centimeter and delta L is equal to what? 0.1 centimeter. Similarly, B is equal to 5 centimeter. Delta B is equal to what? Again 0.1 centimeter. So 0.1 is the error in the length and breadth. Okay, then so area is equal to L into B, length into breadth. So the maximum possible error delta Z by Z is equal to delta L by L plus delta L by L, delta B by B. This is the maximum possible relative error in area. C is nothing, delta Z by Z is nothing but delta A by A. Delta A by A is equal to delta L by L. What is the value of delta L? 0.1 by L what? 25. So this is centimeter, this is also centimeter. Centimeter get cancelled out. So delta B what? 0.1 divided by, and what is the value of B? 5. So delta A by A is equal to, see dear students, this is conversion. 0.1 is nothing but 100 into 10 power minus 3. So 3 values is set this question. So 1, 2, 3. 100 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 25 plus 2 values this question. 10 power minus 2 divided by 5. Okay. 25 4s are 5 2s are. So that is nothing but 0.004 plus this is nothing but 0.02. So this is the delta A by A. So ultimately delta A by A, that is error in area of the object. So total 0.004, 0.02. 0.02. So 4 to 0, that is 0.024. This is the relative error. This is the relative error in area. Find the relative error and percentage error. See dear student, percentage error is nothing but relative error into 100. 0.024 into 100, that is equal to what? 2.4 percentage. 2.4 percentage. So this is the relative error. So very most important. So next one, another problem. So another problem. In an experiment to determine the value of acceleration due to gravity g using simple pendulum, the measured value of length of the pendulum is 20 centimeter already given, 20 centimeter, known to be 1 millimeter accuracy. 1 millimeter accuracy means 0.1 centimeter. Dear student, 1 millimeter is nothing but 0.1 centimeter. So 1 millimeter accuracy and time period for 100 oscillations. Time period for 100 oscillations. 100 oscillations is 112 seconds. 100 oscillations ki 112 seconds padte oka oscillation ki enta, that is 112 by 100, that is equal to 1.12 seconds. Oka oscillation patte time 1.12 second. Okay, this is the time period. Time period for 100 oscillation of pendulum is 112 seconds, known as 0.01 second accuracy. This is delta t. So that is error in time period 0.01 second. 0.01 second accuracy. Find the accuracy in determining the value of G. Find the accuracy in determining the value of G. So by using acceleration due to gravity formula, G is equal to 4 pi square L by T square. This is the acceleration due to gravity formula. 4 pi square is the dimensionless quantity, that is the constant value. So 4 pi square will be neglected. Then delta G by G is equal relative error, maximum relative error. So delta L by L plus 2 into delta T by T. 2 into delta T by T. See, delta L by L. So what is the value of delta L? 0.1. What is the value of L? 20 centimeter. This is also centimeter. Both are cancelled. Then 2 into delta T what? Delta T. Delta T is nothing but 0.01 divided by T. 1.12. 1.12. So this is nothing but simply 100 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 20 plus 2 into, so 2 into, so this is 1 into 10 power minus 2 divided by 1.12. So 25 are, so 0.005 plus simply 1 by 1 is nothing but 1 by 1.12, that is nothing but 0.9 something. So 2 into 0.9, denominator is high, numerator will be less. So 0.9 approximately, just approximately 0.9 into 10 power minus 2, that is 0.005 plus 2 into, see what is the value, 0.009. So 0.005 plus, so that is 0.018. So adding, then we will get delta G by G. That is, so that is find the accuracy determining the value of G. So see 0.005 and 0.018. So that is 13 to 0.0. That is 0.023. So the value of delta G by G is equal to what? 0.023. This is the maximum relative error in G. And percentage error what? What is the value of percentage error in case of G? Into 100 into delta G by G into 100, that is equal to 0.023 into 100. Then 2.3 percentage is the percentage error. That is the percentage error. Okay. This is the one numerical value. Then another problem. So second problem, numerical problem. Okay. So next one, So next one is combination of errors in case of quantity raised to different powers. Quantity raised to different powers. This is the last one in case of combination of errors. Okay. So Z is the physical quantity. See, Z is the physical quantity depends upon the x as Z is equal to k x to the power of n. K into x to the power of n. Where k is the constant. Where k is the constant, n is the power of x. Okay, or real number. So then taking logarithm on both sides, log z is equal to log k plus n log x. N log x. So differentiate the above equation. Then so delta z by z is equal to differentiation of constant will be 0 plus n into delta x by x. So delta z by z is equal to n into delta x by x. This is the maximum possible relative error. This is the relative error. Relative error in z. So this is the maximum possible relative error in z. So I want percentage error. That means delta z by z into 100 is nothing but percentage error. So that is delta z by z into 100 is equal to what? N into delta x by x into 100. So the percentage error is increased by n times. Into 100%. Okay. So this is the combination of errors in case of quantity raised to different powers. These dear students, this is the very most important one. So z is the physical quantity, depends upon x as z is equal to k x to the power of n, where n is the real number or power of x. So x is the one physical quantity. So z depends upon x. N is the real number. K is the proportionality constant. Taking logarithm on both sides, log z is equal to log k plus n log x, and differentiate the above equation. Delta z by z is equal to 0. Logarithm of constant is nothing but 0. The differentiation of constant is nothing but 0 plus n into delta x by x. So delta z by z is equal to n into delta x by x is the relative error in z. Maximum possible relative error in z. So I want percentage error. So in case of z, percentage error equal to delta z by z into 100, that is equal to relative error into 100. This is the relative error into 100. Then we will get a percentage error in z. Okay. So very most important one. So by using this concept, one numerical problem is there. So that is very most important one in examination point of view. That is third problem. In an experiment, measured quantities A, B, C and X is calculated as X is equal to AB square by C cube. If the percentage in A, B, C are percentage 1%, 3% and plus or minus 2%. Plus or minus 1%, plus or minus 3%, plus or minus 2% respectively. Find the maximum percentage error in the X. So dear students, in this case delta A by A into 100 already given. What? Maximum percentage error in A, B, C are 1%. And similarly delta B by B into 100 is equal to 3%. Already given. Delta C by C into 100 is equal to what? That is 2% already given. Okay? So then calculate the maximum percentage error in x. See dear student, delta x by x into 100 is equal to maximum percentage error in x is equal to delta a by a into 100 plus under, that is 2 into delta b by b into 100 plus 3 into delta c by c into 100. So this is the maximum percentage error in x. So delta x by x into 100 is equal to delta a by a into 100 what? That is 1%. 1 plus 2 into delta b by b into 100 what? 3%. Plus 3 into delta c by c into 100 what? 2. That is 2. 3 into the value of delta c by c into 100 is 2. So total 1 plus 6 plus 6, that is 13% in x. This is the final answer, 13%. This is the very most important numerical problem. Now let us discuss some more problems about combination of errors tomorrow. Okay, thank you.